You can always Google for this shortcut at any time. And these are the links. There are some links that you can use to get it also. I'm just showing you this to know that yeah, there are some shortcuts, and if you don't use shortcuts, you can just use the normal way of doing them. So let's continue on our Excel page. Let's see. So let's continue on our Excel page. Now, we want to move to what we call paste special. What we call paste special. There are some paste special that can be used in Excel. And that is some of the shortcuts that we are going to be working with. I am going to bring in something that we are going to be using today for this paste special. I'm coming. So okay. Okay, this is what I want to be using to explain some of the paste special. So these are the things I want to be using. I want to use this table to explain some paste special. So you can also create this one on your Excel workbook now. You can create something like this on your Excel workbook. You don't need to bring color to it. You just need to write the numbers, all those things that I have on my Excel, on my table here. Just try and create something like that. Now, this is like a movie, some of us has visited cinema before to watch movies. This is just like, okay, for example, you want to go and you are working with a cinema place. So, and you are being given this now as a worker to tell you that, okay, we have some movies, and the movies we have Shantytown, we have Blood and Water, Ginny and Georgia, The Wait. The price for each ticket is for Shantytown is 5,000. For Blood and Water, 5,500. For Ginny and Georgia, 3,500. And for The Wait is 4,500. Now, it is being told us the number of tickets that was sold. The number of tickets that was sold. And for when the number of tickets that was sold was multiplied by the price of each ticket, that is how we were able to come about the price, the sales that we got here. That's how we get the sales that is here. So that means the price multiplied by the number of tickets sold give us the sales, give us the amount of money that we generated from that particular transaction. Now we want to use some special in this situation now. Now, assuming you want to paste, paste special is a function that gives you the options to paste the data you have copied in several ways. That's a function of a paste special. Paste special is a function that gives you the options to paste the data you have copied in several ways. Formats, you can copy it and format it. You can use it to format. You can use it to copy values. You can use it to validate your data, to do transpose, to do links, and more. There are a lot of things that you can do for using your paste special. Now, we want to use this paste special. The first thing we want to do here is to copy. Now, to paste only the value. We want to copy and paste only the value. Now, let me do something very fantastic here. I want to remove all these values now. I want to remove these values. So I want to calculate this particular table, assuming this is how we were given this table now, and we're not given the sales. So we want to calculate it. For you to initiate any calculation on Excel, you must start with equal sign. Somebody was asking me how I was able to get the calculation I did yesterday. Now I'm trying to explain it. For you to initiate any calculation in Excel, you must start with your equal sign. Even any formula at all, any function or formula in Excel, either calculation, either formula, either you want to write simple codes or anything. For you to do that in Excel, you must start with your equal sign. And in Excel, you don't need to write the number. For example, if I want to calculate 5,000 times 245, I don't need to write it like this. I don't need to say 5,000 times 245. There is no need for this. To Excel, this is just a statement. It is not calculation. If I click enter, it won't change anything. To Excel, it is just a statement. It's just like you're making data entry. It's not going to change anything unless I initiate that calculation. And this is a long way of doing something. Why should I write it out when I can actually use a shortcut? Excuse me. When I can actually use a shortcut to it. Now, like I said, to initiate any calculation, formula, function, anything that you want to do in Excel, you must start with equal sign. So equals to, instead of me writing 5,000 times 245, I am going to click on that particular cell that is having that value. I will click on the particular cell that is having that value. Then I will now put my multiplication sign. Just like this, click 5,000. That is the cell that is carrying what I want to multiply. That is times the other cell. Click the second cell, and click enter. It's going to bring out the answer to that. Now, apart from the fact that, like I said yesterday, now clicking on this result has shown us that I didn't just get this value by just coming in anyhow. There is a formula that creates this value, and that formula is E2 times F2 created this value. Don't mind if you don't have it like this, like E2 times F2 on your own Excel. You can have it anyhow. It all depends on the cell where you have your values. It all depends on the cell that you have the cell you have your values. Do you understand me now? So please, if you understand what I'm saying, please just give me a thumbs up. Oh, thank you. So that means we are together in this class. Now, like I said, for you to initiate a calculation formula, anything on Excel, you are going to use your equal sign. Equal sign. That is to show that equal sign is to tell us that there is a calculation. Please, if there is calculation or there is something you are about to initiate, you want to initiate a formula, a function, or something. So that equals to sign is to tell Excel that you are about to do something. So when you say equals to, like I said earlier, you don't need to write 5,500 times 150. You don't need that long stress. Just click the cell that carries the value you want to work on. Just click the cell that is carrying the value, then shift 8. That's where you have your multiplication sign, because some people will be wondering, where am I getting multiplication sign? Shift 8. That star is your multiplication sign on Excel. And click the second cell that is carrying the second value, then hit enter. Then you have the result for the second one. So that's what we are going to do for the third one. Click on the cell that is carrying the value, click on the second one, hit enter. Do it for the last one, equal sign. Click on the cell that is carrying the value, multiply by the second cell, hit enter. Now, this is to show us that underneath these values that we are looking at, there is a formula. There is a formula, and that is what is going to be showing on our formula bar. That is what we are going to see on our formula bar. Now, the first thing we want to do here is to use our pay special. I want to show you what to do when we are talking about there are different types of pay special that we have on Excel. Now, the first one is this particular value. As we are looking at it now, there are formulas, but I can actually copy these values without the formula. I can copy it without the formula. Maybe you want to do some things and you don't want the formula to affect the new page that you want your work to go into. So you copy without, excuse me, you copy without the formula. How will you do that? You are going to highlight the cells, highlight the values or the cells or the range that you want to copy from. You control C, then you press control alt V. Let me repeat myself. Highlight the range or the values or the cell you want to copy something from. Highlight it first. Once you highlight it, then you press Ctrl C. After pressing Ctrl C, you press Ctrl Alt V. Ctrl Alt V. Then you select value and press OK. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now look at these cells now. You know these cells has formula underneath it. I don't want the formula. I only want the value. The first thing is to highlight everything. Highlight everything. Then press Ctrl C. Highlight everything. The moment you press Ctrl C, you will see some dotted line moving around the values. That is to show you that there is an action that is about to occur. Now go to another cell where you want it to copy to. Click on the place you want to copy it to. Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Control Alt V is going to bring what is called, I'm coming so that you can see my, when you press Control Alt V, can you see my paste special symbol? Can you see my paste special symbol? Can you see my paste special symbol? I'm not sure if it's showing on the, so, but you can see it on your own. It's going to bring out a paste special symbol. You have so many things on that paste special symbol. So you can see a whole lot of things. You can see formulas, values, formats, comments, validation. You can see a whole lot of things on that page special. Now you are going to go to where you have values. Values. Click on values. Click on values. That is on paste. Click on values. Don't click anything on operation. That none is okay. Leave it at none. Then press OK. Press OK. Press OK. Press OK. Press OK. Now, when you press OK, you are going to see the value. Now, the value is out now. If I click on this value, if I click on this value, you will see that it's no longer showing me any formula. It's no longer showing me any formula. If you look at the formula bar, there is no formula coming out of it. That is to tell you that it doesn't copy the formula, it copies only the value. But look at where it copies this from. There was formula underneath it, but now it's showing the value. That is pay special for copying values only, that you don't want to copy the formula but you want to copy the values. That's the space special. So if you understood what I've just said, please give me a thumbs up. Give me thumbs up if you understood what I've just said. Okay, thank you very much. I am enjoying this. I love the fact that you are with me in this class. Now we want to paste only this formula. We want to paste the formula now. Just exactly the same way we did it now. We want to paste the formula. Maybe you now want to use the formula for something else. You want to paste the formula now. You want to paste formula. You are going to do the same thing. Control C, then Control Alt V. Then you are now going to select formulas only. You are going to select formulas just like we did here. You highlight, the first thing is to highlight what you want to copy. Highlight what you want to do. Control C. You Control C. Go to where you want to paste it. Go to where you want to paste it. Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Press formulas under paste. Press formula under paste. Then click OK. then click OK. You know, the reason why it's showing 0 is because there is nothing to calculate. But if you click on it, you can see that there are formula. But assuming there is something on E8 and then F8, is going to show the answer. Okay, let me show you exactly what I am talking about. I'm going to show you something interesting now. I want to use this formula. Okay, let me duplicate, let me copy a table. Coming. Let me bring in a table for us to do this. Okay, that would be very interesting for me to bring in another table here. Okay, now let's see this. Look at this table now. So look at this table now. Now, you know, this one has been calculated, but this one is out. Now, let's calculate this one like we did the other one. Let's calculate this one like we did the other one. Don't forget that every calculation is starting, you initiate it with equal sign, and where the value is, you multiply it. So you do the same thing for every other thing. So you do the same thing for every other thing. Now there are formulas that create this. Now I want to use this formula to calculate this one without me going through the stress of writing equal sign. Do you understand what I'm just saying now? I want to use this same formula to calculate this one without going through the stress of writing my equal sign and doing all the calculations all over again. All I'm going to do is highlight this one, Control C, come to the way I want to copy it, Control Alt V, and I'm going to use the formulas, only the formulas. I'm going to use only the formulas and click OK. It's going to do that calculation automatically without me bothering myself to do it, without me stressing myself to do it again. So if you look at it now, look at the formula. The formula is this one, G14. This is G14. You can see the name in our neck box. Look at the formula, G14 times H14. And if you look at it, G14, that's the name in our name box. And this is H14. So it has done the calculation just like that. That is one of the beautiful things about Paste Special. When you want to use that same formula to generate results on another table, you don't need to start doing the calculation all over again. All you need to do is just copy the formula from the other table and use it to generate the results. Sorry. So if you understood what I've just said, please just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Miriam, that your emoji, I don't understand though. Let me just say it again. Now I calculated what's the price and the ticket sold here to generate the sales. But I want to do the same thing for this one. But I don't want to go to the sense of writing equals to, since I've done it for one table. So all I need to is to copy the formula from this one first table and just drop it on where I want the answer, the result to appear on the second table. And automatically it's going to copy that formula and use it to generate results for the second table. That's it.
Yes,
So that's just it.
I got that you copy from the formula to the other side, but where we are copying to is another cells. That one is G and H, not C and B and C anymore.
It doesn't matter. All that matters is the formula.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, the formula here is a cell is multiplying the other cell that is
Mm-hmm.
close to
Mm-hmm.
the sales. So that is
Okay.
exactly what is answering now, that this particular cell is multiplying this cell to give us this. What happens here, as long as the table arrangement is the same with the second one you
Okay.
want to use the formula, is going to
Okay.
pick it up.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you understand me now? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. So that's another pay special. We still have more pay special. Now, another pay special is now performing operations. Now you can use your pay special to even do calculation. You can use it to do calculations. Now, with pay special, you can perform arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, we want to reduce, for example, we want to reduce the amount of tickets from 5,000 to 4,500. So we want to be using pay special to subtract 500 from the old price. We want to use pay special to subtract 5,000 from the old price so that we can now have a new price. So let's say this is our this table. Okay. Okay. Now we have an old price and we have a new price. Assuming we don't have this new price, let me remove that new price. Now we want to deduct 500. Let's write it 500. Let me write the amounts. Now, this is the amount we want to deduct. We want to deduct 500. Maybe we discover that maybe sales were, maybe the movie is been out for a while and you think, oh, people are no longer rushing is like before, so we want to change, we want to reduce the sales, we want to reduce the price, so we want to reduce 500 naira from the old price and create a new price. Now we are going to use pay special to do that operation. We can use pay special to use do operation. All you need to do is copy and paste the old copy and paste the value in the old price column to new price column. You copy and paste it to new price column. Write the figure you want to remove, you want to deduct. That's we want to deduct 500. Write it in a separate cell and copy it also. Now, select the new column, use Control Alt V, then click on value and the subtraction option under the operation value. So let me show you that, so that because before you discover that, hey, what is this woman saying? The first thing is to copy the old price. Copy the old price. The first thing is highlight the old price and Control C. Highlight the old price, Control C. Come and put it on the new price, Control V. Control V. Now you have the old price, you put it on the new price. Now write out the amount you want to deduct from their old price into a separate cell. The amount you want to deduct from the old price, write it into a separate cell, click on it and Control C. Click on it and Control C. Click on it and Control C. Now come back to where you have your new price. Highlight it. Highlight where you have your new price. Highlight where you have your new price. Press Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Click on values. You first under paste, click on values, and under operation, click on subtract. Click on values, click on under paste, click on values, under operation, click on subtract and click OK. And you have your deduction. And you have your deduction done for you. Let me take that again before I move on. If you support that I should take it again, give me a thumbs up. So, okay, I want to take it again now. Like I said, we want to reduce the price, the old price, by 500 naira. We want to reduce the old price by 500 naira. So we want to add, we want to reduce the old price by 500 naira so that maybe people will patronize us the more. The first thing to do is write the amount you want to deduct in a separate cell that is not in the table at all. Write the amount you want to deduct in a separate cell. We want to deduct 500. Just click enter. Now you have your 500 written in a separate cell that is not in within the table. The next thing, number two thing to do is copy the old price. Highlight the old price. Highlight it and Control C. You copy. You now paste it on the new price column where you have your new price. Control V. Now you have the old price inside the new price, looking the same, looking the same. Now for you to carry out and pay special operation on it, highlight that new price. Before you highlight that new price, go to where you have your 500. Go to where you have your 500. Control C. Control C. That 500 that you wrote special on a separate cell. Control C. Now highlight on your new price. Highlight on the column where you have your new price. Then Control Alt V. Control Alt V. We bring your space special. And under paste, you are going to click what we call values. Click values. Under operation, click subtract. Under operation, click subtract. Then click OK. Click OK. Then you can see that that has been done. That's the dot 500 from your old price. That's the dot 500 from your old price. That is exactly what you can use pay special. If it is, assuming it is 1,000 naira you want to deduct, you write 1,000 in a separate cell. Any amount you want to deduct, you write it on a separate. And if you want to add, write the amount you want to add on a separate cell, and that's how to do it. So thank you about that. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Now, another pay special is what we call transpose. Transpose. You know, we've dealt with copying of values, copying of formulas, and we just did working with operations using a pay special for operations like arithmetic operations. Now we are going to be working on transpose. How can we use pay special for transpose? With space special function, you can transpose the data you copied from column to rows and vice versa. That means if a data is on column, you can copy from column to rows and rows to column. Now let me show you exactly what I just said. Let me show you exactly what I've just said. Okay, now for example, you have this our movie names now. We have these movie names, and you want to turn this to an header. You don't want it to be on a column. You want it to be on a row, on a single row. You want everything here to be on a single row. So all you need is highlight it. Highlight it. You always remember that we highlight first. Control C. Highlight first. Control C. Go to where you want to paste it. Click on where on the cell you want it to, where the pasting will start from. Then you click Control Alt V. Control Alt V. Under paste, you click on values. Under paste, click on values. And in the bottom line, the least bottom line, you will see where we have skip blanks and transpose. We have skip blanks and transpose. Click on transpose. Click transpose. Click transpose and click OK. Now look at it now. Now we have this. Now we have this on a roll. It's no longer in a column. We have it on a row, no longer in a column. Shantytown, Blood and Water, Ginny and Georgia, the weight. We now have it. And the same thing can happen. You can transpose it to a column back. All you just need to do is highlight everything, highlight everything, highlight everything, Control C. The first thing is highlight everything, then Control C. Go to the next cell where you want to paste this. Go to the cell you want to paste this. Press Control Alt V. Control Alt V. you see your paste special view, and under paste, that's the first first area there. Click on values and don't touch anything on operation. Go to the last end where you have skip blanks and transpose. Click on transpose. Click on transpose. Then click OK. Then you can see it now. It has changed it back to column. It has changed it back to column. So this is another way you can use your paste special. So if you are working on a particular data and you want to change some things, maybe you want to change them from row to column or column to row, these are the things you can use. It makes your work easier on Excel. It makes your work easier on Excel. It makes your work easier on Excel. So before I move to the next thing, because we are going to be working on two areas tonight, we are going to be working on data entry and formatting essential. So if before I move ahead, please, if you have any question, raise up your hands and let's talk. Please, let's ask questions now. Okay, Blessing, please go ahead. Unmute yourself, Blessing, and ask your question. Omotayo,
All right,
Blessing.
ma. Yes, ma.
Okay.
Sorry. Please, can you go over what you just said? How to change from row to column? My network sees, so I didn't hear that part at all.
Okay. Okay, let me go over that again. So when you are moving from row, changing from row to column or column to row, we use what we call transpose. We use what we call transpose. So what you do is highlight, for example, this Chanted Town now, this one, I want to change it back to row. All I just need is highlight it, then Control C, highlight it, Control C, go to where you want to paste it. Maybe I want to paste it here, or I want to paste it here. Then click Control Alt V. Control Alt V is going to show you your paste special page, and go to click on values. Click on values on the first paste, and on the last part of that end of that page, you will see where you have skip blanks and transpose. Skip blanks and transpose. Click on transpose. Click on transpose and click OK. And you have it like this. You have it like this. You have it like this, and you can do it way around. Click and you can change it back to row. There is another shortcut to this also. There is another shortcut to this. So let me show you the shortcut to this. For example, I want to do is copy it, Control C, highlight it and Control C. So if I want to copy it, you see where we have you see where my cursor is here. This is it. Instead of you clicking just paste, click the drop down. Click the drop down, and under this drop down, we have different paste specials too. Under this drop down, here you have paste formulas and number formatting, you see, and here you have transpose. Immediately I put it on transpose, you can see it has changed it already. So this is another shortcut to paste special. So you can click on that and do it. Please, if you see this one very faster, please clap for me. So Blessing, did I answer your question now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other question
Yes.
before we move on? Any other question? Any other question before we move on? Okay. I love this class. It's like we are on the same page this night. Okay, let's move. Come in. Okay. Now let's continue. Now the next thing we are going to be moving to now is what we call basic formatting. Basic formatting. Basic formatting. When you're talking about formatting simply means changing the appearance of your data set in a spreadsheet. Changing the appearance of your data set in a spreadsheet isn't cast in stone. That is, it's not a magic. So you have the liberty to format your data set in various ways, in as much as you followed your company's brand colors and themes and best practices. So formatting includes, but not limited to, changing cells. You can change cells and font colors, font type. Those are formatting. Number formats, wrapping text, merging cells, adding borders, as well as adding images and more. So we are going to be doing we are going to be doing some formatting here. We are going to be doing some formatting. The first formatting we are going to be dealing with is what we call the conditional formatting. That is the first formatting we are going to be dealing with. The conditional formatting. Conditional formatting helps you to visually explore and analyze data, detect critical issues, and identify patterns and trends. Conditional formatting makes it easy to highlight interesting cells or ranges of cells, emphasizing unusual values, and visualize data by using data bars, color scales, and icon sets that correspond to specific variation in the data. So let me show you exactly what I just said about conditional formatting. Now, let me show you something. Okay, for example, we have some values here. Okay, for example, we have all these values now. Maybe you are working with a sales data and you have a lot of values and you'll be wondering, and you want to know some of the values. Maybe some products that are performing below expectations. You want to see those values, those products that are performing below expectations. So you may want to use your conditional formatting to work on that. Now, how do you use your conditional formatting? The first thing is to highlight where you want to work on. Where you want to work on, you highlight on it. On the upper part of your ribbons here, you have where we have conditional formatting. You can see my own. Look at the menu. It's showing me that conditional formatting easily spot trends and pattern in your data using bars, color, and icon to visually highlight important values. So you are going to click the drop down, and on the drop down you have highlight cell rules, highlight cells rules, top bottom rules, data bars, scale colors, icon sets, new rules. That means you can set new rules for it. You can set new rules for it. Clear rules, manage rules. You can clear rules, you can change rules. So, for example, you want to highlight cell rules. It's going to show you what you can do with that. Greater than, less than, between, equals to. There are so many things. For example, if you want to say less than, okay, if you want to say less than, if you want to say any product that is less than 10,000, any product that is less than 10,000, which color is going to be asking you that which color should they put? Either red text, you can put any color you like, click OK, and it's going to highlight it. Look at it now. You know, it has highlighted 6,000 for us. This will help you, assuming you are working with 1,000 rows of data and you want to see those products that are not really doing well. These are ways you can work with it. You can use it to highlight it so that you can see that product that are not doing well. I can decide to format it and say any product that is, you should make it. So looking at it now, when you highlight it, make sure you are highlighting the particular cell you want to perform your formatting on. Make sure you are highlighting the particular cell you want to perform your formatting on. And I want to say product that is less than any product that is less than 10,000. Any product, it should be green field with, you will see different colors that you can apply to it. And this is exactly what I am talking about. This is exactly what I am talking about. It can give you different conditional formatting. You can use formatting to highlight, you can use it to get patterns, trends. You can create rules around it. You can generate different rules around it. So at this point, I want us to go on our break, on our 15 minutes break, and we are going to be coming back at 8:36, Abi. 8:36, so that some of us that have not, eight, sorry, yeah, I mean like 8:45, we'll come together around 8:45. So we are going to be having our 15 minutes break now. So you may decide to stay on the and go for your break. Maybe you want to eat, you want to stretch your legs before we continue. Okay, see you soon.
Mo fún mi sí mo ṣe dá tán ni ó fẹ́ kún gan tẹ́lẹ̀. Ní òjò báyìí lọ ni.
Welcome back, everyone. I believe we are coming back now. I believe we are coming up. So if you are back, just give me thumbs up so that we can continue.
I'm a dear student. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Then, yeah.
So, okay, good. I have quite number of people that are back. Okay.
Exactly.
So thank you for coming back. Now, I have a data set here that I want to use to describe what conditional formatting is in different ways now. Now, looking at this data set, we have auto brand, we have target quantity, actual quantity, and the percentage. Now, if you are working with a data set like this, and your organization is asking you that, okay, which brands of car actually make 100% gain, or which ones actually made over 100% gain, and which ones made below 100% gain.
My
So
question is, so Timba to take
you want me to
my
send
father
data
will
set
second
to
it.
you?
Okay. All right.
Actually, not this night. Maybe I can help you to drop
Okay,
it on
my
the
schedule.
Telegram. Don't worry, I'll
Thanks
help
for
you to
the
create it and
observation.
drop it on the Telegram so that you can work with it.
This is
But
the
not
show.
this night, please. So let's try and work with what I have here. Now, so when they are talking about different auto brands, now they're asking you as a data analyst that which particular auto brands makes 100% package, or anyone that is making. If you want to see this now, you can use what we call conditional formatting. Please mute yourself as you are coming in. Please mute yourself as you are coming in. Please mute yourself as you are coming in. Thank you. God bless you. Mute yourself coming in. So what we can do is, please, who is that? Let the person move mute. There is destruction here. Hey, automat. Who is this person? Oh, who is this person?
Ghanaians, mute yourself.
Ghanaians, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Ghanaians, please mute yourself. Hey, she's not, and she's not concentrating. Ghanaians, please, can you mute yourself? Oh, Ghanaians, hey,
Ghanaians, can you just cease and mute yourself now? Ah,
please, admin, help me to mute Ghanaians, please. Help me to mute her. Please, can admin help me to mute Ghanaians, please? Thank you. Thank you. So now let's continue before that. Now I want to use this particular data set now to explain conditional formatting. Now we want to see the brand of car that is actually doing above 100. Now let's start with that. We want to see the brands of car that is working above 100%. One thing is, if you want to just highlight the percentage, if you want it to show only on the percentage, that means you highlight only the percentage. But if you want it to highlight, show on across the whole data set, just highlight the whole data set, highlight the whole data set, highlight it. Don't start from the header. That's one thing you should be conscious of. Please do not start from the header. Start from the first value, which is Mercedes. Highlight across the whole data set. You click on your drop down of then we are going to go to click on your drop down of conditional formatting. Then we are going to go to any any brand that is equals to 100. Any brand that is equals to 100%. Okay, let me show you exactly what I am talking about now. Okay, for example, I want to work on this particular brand now. Let me show you. Okay, let me highlight the percentage first so that it can be easy to understand. Let me highlight the percentage first so that it can be easy to understand. Click on the drop down, go to equals to, from highlight cell, go to equals to 100%. 100, just write 100. 100. So you now decide to put the color. Either you want to customize the color, you can customize, you can custom format. If you custom format, it's going to take you to where you can have it. Go to fill. When you have fill, it will take you to a page called format cells. Go to fill. Then you can change the color. You can decide to choose any color. You can decide to choose any color. Then click OK. Click OK. Then you click OK for it, and it's going to give it to you in the way you want it. It's going to give it to you the way you want it. Sorry, I don't know. I'm coming. Please, if you are entering, those people that are just entering, just mute yourself, please. Just mute yourself. Just mute yourself. As you are just coming in, just mute yourself. Just mute yourself. We want to work with 100%, and we want to custom border. When you custom border, is going to take you to format cells. Click on fill, FILL. click on fill. You can decide to choose any color that you like. Choose any color that you like and click OK. Click OK. Then you are going to have it like this. Now, this is to tell you that, okay, we now have those car brands that is making 100%. That is making 100%. You can even have it here. You can even have it here. Those cars that are making 100%. If you highlight everything, go to your conditional formatting and you say equals to, change it to 100%. 100%. Change it to 100%. And you want to make that conditional formatting, customize it if you like. Decide to use anything you like and click OK. This is what is going to happen. It's going to connect, show you that particular brand that is making 100%. And now we have Suzuki making 100% and then Cadillac making 100%. So also we can do that brand. If we want to see the brand that is making less than, who is unmuting, please mute yourself as you are coming in. Can you just mute yourself? Who is that again? Please mute yourself as you are just coming in. Thank you. You are distracting others by not muting yourself. Now we can now search for the brand. Which brand is making less than 100%? Highlight it again. Highlight it again. Go to your conditional formatting. Go to where you have highlight sales rules. Then we want to have greater than 100%. Write 100% inside the field. Inside where you have, the moment you even write it, it's going to highlight it for you. Now you can decide on the color that you want. You can decide on the color that you want. Click OK. And here I have it. Now I have 100% in blue and greater than 100%, greater than 100% in light red. So we are looking at, if you come into this data set, we are looking at it, you will actually discover that there is something going on here. There is something going on here. Now, if you are an investor, you may want to invest more on these three brands that are making above 100%. Porsche, Kia, and Opel. You may want to invest more on these three brands because they are making very high revenue for you and they are making grades in the market space. Now, if you want to see that of less than, you highlight it also. Click on your conditional, highlight sales rules, anything that is anything that is less than 100, anything that is less than 100, we are going to use yellow. Okay, let's use yellow, and this is it. Now you've been able to format everything here. So we are looking at this now. You've been able to do something on this particular data set. So if you are just coming in, you may want to ask, why do we have color blue on some, red on some, and yellow on some? They'll be able to explain to you that, okay, when we, after working on this data set, we discover that some car brands are actually performing in lesser, what do you have now? They are not making up to targets. They are not meeting up their targets. Just imagine Audi is making like 5%. You may want to dig more. You may want to ask more questions. Who are the marketers in charge of that? What is happening with Audi? Why is Audi making lesser income? You may want to see that and look at the target quantity and the actual quantity. Maybe the target quantity was, and the actual quantity that they were able to do is just 53. So you may want to ask questions. Look at Volkswagen, 10%. You may want to ask questions around this, and you may want to even generate more insight. And Kia, why is Kia making like 2000 plus percent? You may want to ask questions, ask more questions, do more research about it, and create more insight to help your business to grow. So any question about that before we move on? If you understand, please thumbs up for me. Thumbs up for me if you understand. Thank you. Oh, I like this class. I like this class. I like this class. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that will be all for tonight's class. That will be all. That's where we are going to be stopping for tonight's class. So you can take time to practice that on formatting. For those that requested for this particular data set, don't worry, I'm going to try and then drop it for you tomorrow morning. But it's going to be in a link, so you'll be able to download it yourself. You will download it yourself and you'll be able to use it to practice on your own. So I'm going to drop it on the Telegram tomorrow morning. So please, any question? Oh, you are welcome, Ibrahim. Any question? Any question so far so that we can go back if you want us to go back to some things? Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry, blessing. Don't worry. If you watch the video, you'll catch up. Oh, the link was dropped. Can admin please can you help us to drop the link for Telegram again? Somebody said they still can't join. Admin, please, can you help us to drop the link for Telegram again? Some people said they still can't join. Let me see if I can still see the link for Telegram. Okay. I'm coming. I want to drop the link for the Telegram again. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, this is the link for the Telegram. You can use this link to join the Telegram. So you can use this link to join the Telegram. So tomorrow, sorry, I said tomorrow, Saturday is our next class. We are going to be working on basic formulas and functions. Basic formulas and functions. So let's prepare ourselves for that, and it's going to be very interesting. Actually, I've started showing you some things about formulas and function already. So by tomorrow, you just this is much easier. So any question before we put an end to the class and say good night to ourselves? Okay, noted. Okay. Saturday, we'll see again Saturday by 7:30. Please let us endeavor to join the class early enough. Let us endeavor to join the class early enough so that we can have enough time, so that you can catch up easily. So in the absence of no questions, so I'm going to wish us a wonderful night rest and happy weekend from tomorrow. Have a wonderful night rest. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night, Blessing. Good night, Abayomi. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Victoria. Good night, Zainab. Good night, everybody. Good night, Kamadine. Good night.